guys and girls, how is it going? And welcome back to another episode of the Madpack with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day as always. This is going to be a little bit more of a fun episode today, I think. I tweeted out about it, saying that this is going to be a bit of a Trolly episode, so if you're looking for an episode that's going to teach you stuff, today's not the episode. No, we're going to play with some stuff that we're generally not allowed to play with, but you can go ahead and thank a lucky someone from the comment section of one of our previous videos. Now, I completely forgot about these, and I played around with them in the Resonant Rise mod pack, because I do play mod packs and not make videos on them as well. And I played with the Resonant Rise for a little bit, and they had the Dartcraft patch in there. Now, there was a point in which it had a it allowed a certain item which was basically banned out on most servers for a very good reason, because it caused humongous amounts of lag. And that's the same in the Madpack, so they're still missing it. It's not actually in here, but you can go into the configs and you can go and allow it to be available within the game, which I've gone and done. Now, after this episode, I will go ahead and I will deactivate it, and you will never see the light of it again. But I thought, you know, for the lols, we'll have a play around with it just for this one episode. You know, we're allowed to have fun sometimes. So, should we get cracking? Alright, here we go. So we're going to make a couple of things first. We're going to grab some force logs. We're going to make ourselves some stickies from these planks. There we go. And we're going to cook up these force logs. Let me go find my furnace. There we go. Let's cook a few of these up. And this is going to get us a golden power source. Yes. And we might even want a few more of these. Let's go and grab a couple more. There we go. We're going to want... Actually, you know what? We'll probably get a fair few from these, so it's going to be fine. So let's go and grab up our golden power source. Oh, it's going into my AE network, so let's go and grab this. Just want a golden power source. There we go. Cool. And we're going to make ourselves some torches. Yay. Cool. So we've got 6 of these guys. All right. We don't need any more. That's going to be more than enough. Let's get a bit of dastardly music on, shall we? Let's go with some chirp. Oh, that's quite dastardly. So, we've got our torches. Brilliant. I have some clocks. Yes. And we're going to make something amazing. Here we go. Bam, a time torch. Whoop, whoop. So, these are not allowed in the Madpack as it currently is. If you try and make them, this will not happen. You need to go into the config and change it. So hence why this is more of a Trolly episode than anything else. Like I said, I will remove these after this episode, and I will change the config back so that there will no longer be the availability of time torches, because everyone likes to think that Dartcraft is overpowered. And you know, I disagree. It's not overpowered just because you can fly and you can grind stuff, and you can put animals in jars, and you can have the Baconator and stuff all in the space of about one day. It's definitely not overpowered. It's not overpowered compared to this. So let's crank Dartcraft up to the max with these time torches. I think that's going to be a thing. So I have a quarry, and I also have something I want to set up in my magical era. So let's make our way to our magical domain. Here we go. Now, I was saying in the last episode that I want to try and crank up the amount of stuff and the amount of diamonds we can get from our gilded manipulator. And I come up with a fairly decent way of doing it. Let's go and flip this around. Here we go. Cool beans. So I was looking at the Magicrops seeds, wasn't we? And that was the idea I wanted to go with. And there's not really many ways of automating Magicrop seeds. There's the MFR side of things, which is cool. I'm pretty sure that works with it now. And there's also golems. And as it's magical, I thought we would play with golems, because we haven't really done much with golems in, well, I don't think we've done anything in ages. So let us grab some golems. I've made 2 straw golems. Here we go. I've made an animation core for harvest. I've made an animation core for gather. And the order upgrade for organization and intellect, so that they will replant. I've also got myself some essence seeds. Here we go. So if you don't know how to make any of these things, the golem side of it, let me go into my pouch. Here we go. It's a troll episode, but I feel I still need to tell you how to do stuff. So if we go to golems, you'll see that we can learn the golem side of things. Now, the first thing you need to do is you need to learn the hungry chest, then you get the straw golems. I haven't learned any of the other ones because I don't really need them. You do need the golemancer's bell, that's one thing that you need, and you're going to need the golem upgrade for order. I haven't learned the rest of them yet. And you're also going to need the one for gather and the one for harvest. Yes. Cool. You can use different golems, but the straw golems will work just fine for this. So I've made a little area over here where we're going to do all of our plantationing. Yes, it's going to be amazables. So let me grab out my hoe. Let's actually, you know what, we'll put down a golem first. Let's throw down a golem. So first things first, let's put a golem on here. There we go. And this one's going to be our gather golem. Bam! He's a gathering guy. He knows what he's doing. Right, let's see if he's working first. Let's give him a fluiduct. There we go. Right, you've got a fluiduct. Bam, he's got it. And he put it in the chest. Good stuff. Oh, that's going to get deleted now. Brilliant. Oh, forgot about that. So there we go. Right, he knows what he's doing. He's a good guy. Next up, we've got our straw golem for harvesting and our essence seed. So let me grab out my electric hoe of growth, because we learned the research for this, so I thought I might as well go and make it. There we go. So let's go and hoe this area down. Cool beans. Alrighty then. And we'll plant down some seeds. Let's plant a seed here. Seed here. Seed here. Seed here. Here. And here, there we go. So the magic grow of the electric hoe of growth generally allows you to insta-grow stuff like the silverwood trees and whatnot. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on essence crops at all. It doesn't want to know. So there isn't really many ways that you can speed up these guys. But this is where the time torches come in. Yes. So let's throw down some. Actually, not first. We'll throw down our golem. Okay, right. So let's throw down a straw golem, and this guy is gonna go around here somewhere. There we go. And we'll put in our core for harvesting. Cool. And we'll throw in our core for organization. Excellent. If we have a look in here and look at these guys as well, the guard side of things and the core side of things are separate from the upgrades. So you'd first put in a core, and then you can upgrade it with an additional upgrade. Certain golems, once you go higher, can have more upgrades for the golem. So let's look in here. So once you've made this guy, you can also, if you've learned it, the order upgrade is unlocked, because I've learned it. Harvest golems fitted with this upgrade will now attempt to replant the crop they just harvested. This could fail if the plant failed to drop the proper seed or seedling. So without this guy, they'll go ahead and they will harvest, but they won't replant, which kind of makes it a little bit pointless. Yes. Now, magic crops plants take a very long time to grow. Like, a lot of these guys are on 14%, some of them are just on 0. They don't really like to grow very fast. But the only ways that I've really found to go ahead and speed up their growth are with a watering can, which will do the trick fairly nicely, actually. The extra utilities watering cans work really well. I used them on Sky Factory a load. You can use the lily pads of fertility. That's another one, and that's probably what we're going to go with after this, as they seem to work kind of nicely. And I haven't tried the Foundcraft growth lanterns. We might have to try those guys out as we're here, and you know, we're in the magical era. We might have to do that. So I might switch these areas out for little hanging little things that have all the growth guys on them, and a lily pad of fertility in the middle. But for today, we're going to have a bit of fun. So first things first, let's place down our time torches. There we go. Cool. Put them in the corner. Just like that. And at the minute, they're not really doing too much until we click on them. When we click on them, you can see in the bottom left, it says time mode slow. So it's slowing down time. Next up, slow mode fast. Hyper. So let's set all these to hyper, and you're going to see something a little bit funny. Here we go. Ba-bam, ba-bam. And these guys do stack, if you're wondering. Okay, we're in hyper mode. Let's watch the magic happen. Look at these little guys go mental. Doing their thing. Wow. And obviously the plants themselves do have a chance, a very low chance, of dropping more seeds than one. You can see that they're planting more than the original that I put down, so they are dropping more seeds, which is perfect. Our guy's going to go and plant all of them. But look how fast these little guys are running. And these do stack, so you can have more of these down if you want to have more of these down to make it even faster. Now, they were banned on most servers, and they have generally been taken out of the configs and disabled for the pure fact they create so much lag because they basically speed up the tick rate in the area that they're placed. And when you have a lot of machines running around and things, like if I threw these in my base, it's going to probably make a considerable amount of lag. So for server side of things, they're not really viable. That's why they were disabled. But look how fast these guys are. They basically speed up anything that runs on like a tick rate. And that includes movement of golems, movements of anything like that. Everything is based per tick. And that pretty much is that in a nutshell. Look at these little guys go. So my plan with this area is we're going to go ahead and put loads of magic crops down. And then we're going to harvest all of the seeds. We'll get all of the additional stuff we get from these because we get essence, and we're going to go and make ourselves probably some iron seeds or maybe some redstone seeds. And then what we'll do is we'll have the golems harvest the redstone seeds with the lily pad of fertility and hopefully the lanterns of growth, and they should run fairly fast. And we'll be able to get a load of those because I believe they're worth about 30-something thousand each for the essence that comes from those guys, or the additional seeds. So we'll get a fair few from those, which equals a fair few diamonds. Yes. So there we go. Alright, so they can speed up golems, they can speed up planting. What else can these guys speed up? Well, let's go have a little looky-see. And you will actually see these guys slow down now. It takes a second for it to roll over. You can see they're still growing kind of fast. But if we give it a second, there we go. Look, these guys are slowed right back down. And we can just leave them to do their thing. So those guys are going to stay there. There we go. Okie dokie. So let's make our way to a different dimension. But first we're going to go back home because I need to go and grab something. So right behind here, I made myself a little thermal expansion area. You can see I've got all my thermal goodies. I have my lava fabricators making a quadrillion amounts of lava. Oh, that reminds me as well. I haven't shown you guys my magical things. Let's take a little wander outside. And I need to put on my, my magical music again. Let's go and flip the track. There we go. Alrighty. So, let's take a little walk outside. Now, we knew that we was having problems with the solar panels before. They were disconnecting themselves whenever we went to a different dimension and back, or when we restarted the game. But they're no longer doing that, luckily, and the order upgrades seem to fix that, which is kind of cool. So we have order-infused triple compressed solar panels. Pretty funky stuff, right? So if we have a look at triple in here, you'll know the regular triple compressed ones put out 1,000 EU per tick, but the order upgrades triple the amount that they put out, which means that we have 3,000 EU per tick coming from each one of these guys. That is an insane amount of power, and because of that, the mass fabricator runs fairly fast. Let's go have a look. So is it currently nighttime or daytime? Let me just double check. It is nighttime. Alright, let's have a sleep. And I'll show this guy in action because it's fairly fast. So let's go back upstairs. We'll make sure that everything's running first. There we go, look at that. It's so fast. If I go and change this around, let's put a bit of UU into our into here. There we go, let's fill this guy up. And if we check back now, look how fast that guy's running. It's insane in the membrane. I keep running out of scrap. I need to keep getting more scrap all the time because it just goes way too fast. It's going so fast that this guy basically can't keep up with it, the replicator. It just sits there with full UU because it takes so long for the UU to drain actually into the replicator from its internal storage. It doesn't really speed up the replicating, but I'm sure I will find a means to do that. We can use the upgrades for these, but remember when we do the upgrades it increases the amount of power it requires by exponentially large amount of power. Oh, there we go, look. A little bit of iridium. Well, hey! Is that going to get pulled out? Yeah, there we go. Cool. So there we go, there's that. Right, let's go show something else a little bit funky. So let's go in here. I'm going to grab my resonant energy cell. Ba-bam, ba-bam. Cool, is it full? It is. Is it full? Yeah, it's full. Good. Alright, so let's go make our way to another age. We're going to go to Want Ice. Sounds like a fun age to me. And we're going to play with a quarry because it gets a little bit fun. So let's go throw down a quarry. We're going to put this guy, I don't know, we'll put him here. Why not? Cool beans. And we'll throw down our resonant energy cell around here. Cool. And I don't know if we can feed directly into our quarry. Can we feed directly in? No, we can't. Okay. So we're going to need to go and set it. Oh, it's that one, isn't it? We're going to need to do this. So let's have that coming out of there and going into there. And we'll wait for this guy to start doing its thing. Let's put this on top. Bang. Cool. So this is going to go ahead and reconstruct itself. It's going to build all the frames that it needs to build, and then it's going to start mining out the area. If you don't know how Buildcraft Quarry works, it's basically going to dig within the frame, one block at a time, till it hits down to bedrock, and that's going to stop. All of the items that is dug up are going to come straight out into this crystal chest here. There we go. And I'm probably going to delete the stuff in here because it's going to be a little bit it's going to be a little bit much. So there we go. That is a quarry running at full speed. Pretty fast, right? Pretty good. Look at all that good stuff. Now, let's Dartcraft it. So let's get our time torches. Oh man, I've only got 3. Wow. And let's throw down our torches of time. 1, 2, 3. And let's go and speed them up. Hyper. 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 And let the magic begin. Look at that guy go. It's insane in the membrane. Wow. Just wow. So I'm guessing now you guys can probably see why these are disabled. Dartcraft isn't overpowered by any stretch of the imagination until you go and allow these guys to be crafted. But they're pretty fun, aren't they? Yeah. Check that out. We're basically going to hit rock bottom pretty soon. So that's a quarry going at like insane speed. And it's still, I believe, will be running the tick faster down. Yeah. But you can go and stack more of these on top, like I keep saying. So we could have more of these for a little bit more Dartcraft fun if we decide to. You know what? This whole series has basically turned into me trying to figure out how OP Dartcraft is. And I think I found it. Yeah, definitely found it. It's that in a nutshell. Here we go, and bam, cool. There we go, 1 quarry, done. 1 chunk, thingamabob, eaten completely. I love it. We didn't really get much from that guy though, did we? This is a pretty bad place to be mining. Well, I'll remember that for when I actually do start mining. Cool beans. All right, let's pick up our torches. There we go. And I think I'm going to take all of this back with me because I don't want to forget this here because it's kind of expensive. So let's go and grab our... do I want to take the quarry? Probably should. Yeah, we'll take the quarry as well. Good stuff. Because I'm going to go and throw that in the deep dark eventually. So let's make our way back to the base. I have one thing that I want to try. And I haven't actually tried this with a time torch. So it might not work. But we're going to give it a go anyway, because we do need to go getting some bits and bobs. So let's go grab ourselves a... where did I put this? I made it, but I can't remember where I put it. Where did I put you? It's in here. No, quarry. Did I lose it? Oh, no, I remember where I put it. I put it over it, didn't I? There we go. A deep storage unit. Nice. And we have a transfer pipe, or a load of transfer pipes, and a transfer node. Okie dokie. So we're going to need ourselves a bouquet of larvae before we can do anything. So let's grab our bucket. And we're going to need a bucket of lava and we're going to need a bucket of water. So let's grab ourselves some iron quickly and we'll make ourselves another bucket. There we go. 2 buckets. Good stuff. And we're going to want some lava. Right, where can I get some lava? I don't know if I can get it from these guys. Lava. Actually, there is a decent way to get lava. Oh, I got any spare tanks? I don't. Actually, I know how to get lava. Let's go and get rid of one of these. There we go. And we'll put it there. Good stuff. Cool beans. Right, let's grab some of this. Right. And let's go grab some water. We're going to make a little cobble generator. You know, a nice little simple cobble generator. But I'm intrigued to know whether this is going to go like ridiculously fast with these time torches. Now, you can put additional upgrades inside these guys. So let's have a look at the upgrades that we can have. Because if we're going to do it, then we probably should crank it up to 10. We want the mining upgrade or the speed? No, it's the mining upgrade, isn't it? Okie dokie. So we need some. We need an iron pick. We need some lapis, and we need some iron. Alright. So have we got any wood in here? Or any sticks? Sticks? No. We got any wood? We do. Brilliant. Alright, let's grab some sticks. And we want some iron. We'll make ourselves a pickaxe. Alrighty then. And the rest of it is lapis and whatnot, isn't it? So let's go in here and grab that guy. Oh, I wonder if I already have lapis in there. Do I have lapis? Ah, we need some lapis. Alright, let's go grab some lapis. Lapis, lapis, lapis. There we go. Good stuff. So let's grab us some... Ah, there's my time torch. A little golem got it. Oh, some essence seeds. Brilliant. Alright, so let's grab ourselves some lapis. There we go. And we'll pop those guys back in there like that. And I got a tomato seed. How did I get tomato seed? Alright, so that can go in there like that. And we'll grab one of these. And we want some lapis. Go throw that around the edges. Cool beans. Gives us one of these. And what we're going to do is we're going to go make a few more of these. Because I think we can have, I don't know, 8 or 9 of these per one. So let's go make a few more of these. There we go. We'll have 9. Which I think is going to be like a ridiculous amount as it is. So let's go find an area that's not going to get affected by these time torches. Because I really would prefer that it doesn't affect everything. Let's try it over here. There we go. Alright. And we're going to want some cobblestone. Some cobblestone. Cool. Alright, so let's get this looking good. So we're going to want some dirt around here so that we can make ourselves this guy. A little bit more dirt there. Let's throw down a cobblestone there. I need a little bit more dirt. There we go. And you can go there. Alright. So we've got our water bucket and our lava bucket. I'm probably going to have to put a torch here. Otherwise our water will go ahead and turn to ice, which would suck. Alright, so we got those guys. Now we're going to want our transfer node. Bam, like that. There we go. It's filling up with cobble. We're going to want our deep storage unit. Let's throw him there. There we go. And we're going to want to do that. Cool beans. So is that filling up with cobblestone? It is. Alrighty then. So let's go and throw in our mining upgrades. And we're going to throw it like that. So this should be close to doing almost like a stack at a time with these guys. Let's have a look. Yeah, you can see it's going up real fast. Okay, right. So let's see if this is going to work. If it doesn't work, that's fine. Because I need the cobble to get to the deep dark. So we'll just leave this running. It's chunk loaded anyway. But let's just see if we can Dartcraft it up, shall we? So let's put this into hyper mode. Hyper mode. Hyper mode. Hyper mode. Alright. Oh. There we go. Look at all that cobblestone coming right in. Wow, that's a thing. We're already up to 10,000 cobblestone and counting. Insane. It looks like they do work with those. The deep storage units have been dartified. Cranked up to 9,001. Lovely jubbly. Oh yeah. It shouldn't be affecting these, I don't think. Is it affecting these guys? It's quite far away. No, we're good. Well, there you go, guys. That's basically it. So I wanted to show you the magic you can have with the with the time torches. Remember, they're not included in the Madpack. It's a optional config that can be changed, but from the get-go, they're disabled, and they're kind of disabled for a good reason. You know, they cause a lot of lag. They kind of make Dartcraft OP. It's not already OP, nah, but they do with these. So if you want to have a play with them, and feel free to have a play with them, But I'll be removing them after this episode, and I'll be changing the config back. And we'll get back to our regular schedule of playing with Foundcraft, and we'll be sorting out the generation of all of the diamonds for this area, and possibly make our way to the Deep Dark, because that's going to be the plan, so we can get loads of ore and loads of bits and bobs, because we're starting to run out quite a bit. So let's remove these guys. There we go. We'll lavify them, as they're way too powerful for any mere mortal. No man can tame those beasts, those wild beasts. Should have. There we go. We're back to a general speed, nice and relaxed. Alright, guys. Well, there you go. That's going to be that for this episode. A little bit of fun today, playing around with the Dartcraft time torches. You can thank the guy who commented in one of our episodes, reminding me about those guys. I just couldn't resist myself. I'll see you guys soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always, and goodbye.